Hey peeps! So it's about that time and it's very exciting. So it's been about 3.5 months now since I got these guys, and as you can see they've done quite a bit of growing. Now when I got them they were just quite small. I'll link the video below so you can see how big they were when I got them, which were, just big enough to be separated from the mother plant kind of size. So they just had a little bit of a root system and just, I think, about 6 leaves, something like that. And they got a lot more and they've gotten a bit bigger. So I was planning to leave them in this size pot for quite a while, but when no, it's not this guy, it's this guy. When I was watering, I got them out just to have a look, and you can see the pot he's in. It's quite small compared to this guy here, so it's just a little bigger. But I noticed that underneath, I don't know if you can see that, there you go, his roots are already poking through. So I figured, well, I don't really want to leave him like that over the autumn and winter. So before it gets too late, I think it's best that I repot these guys, because they're growing quite fast, faster than I actually thought they would. So yeah, let's get them into their pot. And this one there, let's have a look. There's a few starting to just poke their little tips at the bottom there. I don't think the camera's going to pick those up, but they're just starting. So I thought, well, this one still has some time, but by the time the roots start poking through, it's probably going to be in the throes of winter, and I really don't want to disturb them then, because I'm really not too sure on how picky these plants are. So far I've not really had much issues with them. They've been quite content and easy. So I'm going to get them out. We're going to have a look at their root systems, and we're going to put them into some terracotta pots. So it's about, I don't know, maybe 2 sizes bigger. And I know you should only up it 1 size, but I'm going to use my usual fast draining mix of ceramics and these clay pebbles. So in combination with the terracotta and these pebbles at the bottom, I don't think the pot size being a little bit too big is going to be an issue. They're not going to the roots. So without further ado, let's start with the guy in this small pot first, and see what he looks like. So, here we go. I'm just kind of lifting them out. Maybe if I just put the camera down a little bit. There we go, that's actually a lot better. You can see my microphone now. Let's get that out of shot. So, let's have a look. Well, it looks like quite a significant root ball. I don't want to tossle it too much, but you can see there everything hanging. So it's got quite a nice little root system going. So seeing as this isn't very old, and this is, I'm just going to throw that in the bottom. So there's some familiarity. So the new soil has got in too much. Let's get my little bucket here. Put a little more into that. So fill up to about here, I think. I don't know, what do you think? Maybe a little higher. Yeah, just a little. So this pot is huge, but like I said, if I water lightly, the well draining mix and the terracotta, it should be fine. I really don't have anything else I can put these guys into at the moment, and to be honest, I dread going to the garden centre at the moment because I know I'm going to probably spend money on plants that I really don't have room for at the moment, so let's not do that. I lack discipline. Well, in some respects. Just kind of being very gentle, not to disturb and bend the leaves too much. And just set them into place so he looks happy and central. Let's get this pot away a second. It's a little bit crooked. Let's just straighten them up a bit. Okay. So there he is in his new pot. A little bigger than it should be, but I think it'll be fine as long as I don't go too crazy with the watering. This is why I love terracotta. Okay, so that's number one. I think I'm probably just going to push this down a little more because when I water this, and I'll show you when I do water it before I finish this video, the water kind of makes everything settle and you actually have less in the pot than you thought you put in. Yeah. Should really get a little pokey stick to sort out the air holes, but you can do it that way as well. There we go. Okay, so I'm happy with that. It seems pretty secure. Okay, so let's do the next one. Well, he seems to come out a lot easier than the other one. He's already kind of hanging out. Okay, maybe he has a bigger root system than I thought. I think it's about, yeah, it's about the same size. It just wasn't poking through the bottom of the pot yet. If anything, I think that's a little bigger. You can see all the roots in there. There's that big white one. The rest is kind of hidden in the dirt there. You can see some white roots poking out. Yeah, it's quite a decent root system. It's just again, it's not so old soil and it's not going to shock the plant so much, so it doesn't have anything too foreign. Lessens the shock, that's it. Also white bread. I don't know how legit that is, but it's something I've heard. Have you heard that too? That if you repot a plant, it's best to leave a little of the old soil from the old pot it came from into the new pot, so it helps it kind of transition a bit smoothly. Is that a thing, or am I just tripping? Let me know. I'm intrigued. Either way, it hasn't seemed to do the plants too much harm. They seem to be happy or indifferent to it whenever I seem to have done it, so we are, I guess. I'm sorry, I do think I chat quite a bit of shit when I'm doing this. If you want me to shut up, again, let me know. I'm always open to feedback. I'll shut the fuck up. Oops, I swore. Never mind. It happens. Okay, so let's just straighten up a bit. Clean the dirt out from the little bit in between the leaves. Don't get any rotting, and I think that's that. Okay, so I'm just going to go and get some water and then we can water these guys. Ta-da! And here they are in their beautiful new pots, and I must admit, I'm so happy with them. Oh, they look so cute. They look so cute. You can see why this plant is so popular. So yeah, they've grown pretty fast, and hopefully these pots shouldn't remain too oversized for too long. I've just got to really watch how much water I give it. And I know I said I was going to show you how to water and give an example on what happens when you've just repotted and you give it water for the first time. It kind of sinks and settles a little bit. But this is actually the second time I've had to shoot this part of the video because for some reason, yeah, I just couldn't find it on my phone when I went to edit everything together last night, and yeah, not a happy bunny. Grr, technology trolls. But anyway, I digress. So I can't show you that example with these plants anymore because I already gave them water last night. So I don't want to give them too much. I don't know what I was trying to say there. Yeah, so I didn't want to give them too much. So yeah, I'm just not going to show you the watering part, but I will give you a little bit of an explanation on how I've been taking care of them in case you don't know or are just interested. So what I've been doing water-wise is once a week they've been getting just enough to, you know, just damp the pot through and have a little bit come through the bottom. And then about once a week, give or take, depending on how hot it's been or how cold it's been, I'll just kind of, as I said before, stick my finger in, and if it's still a little damp but more on the dry side of damp, then I kind of just top up the water, because I've read that these plants don't like to go completely dry in between watering, but they need to be at least mostly dry but not completely dry, if that makes sense. So that's what I've been doing. So obviously if the soil was too soggy when I checked, then I would just wait a couple extra days and then give it the water when it's just a little bit on the damp side. For light and location, they have been getting roughly 4, maybe 5 hours of morning sun. And the rest of the day it's kind of like just bright indirect light, and they seem to be quite happy with that. I have read somewhere that direct sunlight is obviously just not good for the plants because it will burn the leaves, so that's the care instructions that have really worked for me. Morning sun, bright indirect sunlight for the rest of the day, and roughly once a week watering, give or take the dryness or dampness of the medium. So that's what I've been doing to keep these guys alive and looking quite nifty. So I think I'm going to leave it there, and I will give you guys another update on these in a couple of months and let you know how I'm getting along with them and show you how much they've grown. Anyway peeps, thanks for watching. As always, it's much appreciated. Much love, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.